Okay. So, good afternoon, friends. How are you all doing? Okay, great. So, friends, what we are studying today are two things. Number one, we will be proceeding and talking about Cobb-Douglas production function. Number one, we will be talking about Cobb-Douglas production function. And similarly, friends, you all remember that as far as the laws were concerned, we had discussed the law in short run. That was law of variable proportions. Today, we are going to study about the law that operates in the long run, which is law of returns to scale. So is the agenda crystal clear to all of you? Yes, it's crystal clear. Fantastic. So now, this Cobb-Douglas production function, actually, it is an origin from US, United States. This theory came from United States of America. Basically, the situation of US, which says that quantity produced depends on both L and C. L is labor, C is capital, means machinery, and K is any other given constant. K is any other constant, residual, basically some other factor. So what Cobb-Douglas noticed was that labor was contributing three-fourths and capital was contributing one-fourth towards total production. In US, we are specifically talking about manufacturing industry. Okay, labor was contributing three-fourths. So A equals to 3 by 4 for labor and B or beta is equals to 1 by 4. सो बेसिकली अगर प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है तो लेबर का कंट्रीब्यूशन थ्री फोर्थ था और कैपिटल या मशीनरी का कंट्रीब्यूशन वन फोर्थ था. ऐसा कब डगलस ने ओरिजिनली यूएस के मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्रीज के बारे में कहा. सो माई क्वेश्चन टू यू इज लेबर इज हाउ मच, वन फोर्थ, थ्री फोर्थ और वन. Absolutely, labor is three fourth. You got to remember this. And what is the equation? K. K is any constant. K is any constant. Labor is L. L has a power A and C, that is capital. Capital has a power B. L is labor. Labor has power A. C is capital. Capital has power B. A represents how much is the contribution of labor and B represents how much is the contribution of capital towards the total productivity. Hopefully it's crystal clear, everyone. Okay, fantastic. So friends, this is what Cobb-Douglas production function is. You don't need to study much about it. This much is enough. All right. So it states the relation between input and output. Cobb-Douglas production states the relation between input and output, wherein labor contributes three-fourths and capital, that is machinery, contributes one-fourth. Labor value A, capital value B. Will you be able to remember it, everyone? Confirm it. Confirm it, please. So that we can start speaking about the long run now. Very, very good, crystal clear. Now, friends, when we had studied law of variable proportion, we understood that it was possible to change factor proportions, meaning there is one fixed factor and then variable factor like labor we were increasing. Let's say this fixed factor is land and variable factor is labor. So what we were constantly doing was labor, we were increasing, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this way. And the ratio was constantly changing from 1 is to 1 to 1 is to 2 to 1 is to 3, 1 is to 4, 1 is to 5. So factor proportions was changing constantly. Do you remember this, friends? Yes or no, please? Yes, sir. But now, law of variable proportion was operable in which term? In short term, in short run, short time period, right? Friends, any of you remember which law operates in the long run? I have taught you the law. I mean, the name of the law, at least I have taught you. Can you tell me which law works in long run? Law of variable proportion runs in short run. We know this. Today we are speaking about long run. Which law operates in long run? Come on. Fantastic. That's correct. Fantastic. That's correct, everyone. So what you friends are telling me is correct. The answer is law of returns to scale. So the law that operates in the long run, the law that operates in the long run is law of returns to scale, is the law of returns to scale. So which law operates in the long run? Law of returns to scale. Everybody write down in the chat. Law of returns to scale operates in the long run. Write down in the chat, everyone. Law of returns to scale operates in the long run. Write down in the chat, everyone. Law of returns to scale operates in the long run. Everyone write down in the chat. Law of returns to scale operates in the long run. Come on, write it down in the chat, please. Yes, I can see everyone's message. Correct, Vidisha, Pranav, correct. Ritu, Gautam, correct. Swati, Anjali, correct. Yes. So law of returns to scale operates in what time period? You all got it correct. Law of returns to scale operates in the long run time period. In the long run time period. Law of returns to scale operates in the long run time period. That's correct. You heard it correct, everyone. Correct. Now, what does this law say? Under law of returns to scale, factor proportions can't be changed. Factor proportions can't be changed. Meaning what, sir? Meaning, लेट्स से लैंड है, लेबर है. अगर हमारे पास लैंड 1 है, लेबर 2 है, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम जब हमें लेबर बढ़ाना है, तो हमें लेबर बढ़ाने से काम नहीं चलेगा, हमें लैंड भी इंक्रीज करना होगा. तो अगर मान लीजिए लैंड 2 हो गया, तो लेबर 4 हो जाएगा. अब वो दिन खत्म जहां पे फैक्टर रेशियो चेंज हो रहे थे. नहीं, यहाँ पे रेशियो कांस्टेंट रहेगा. इसका मतलब अगर लैंड अब 3 हो जाएगा, तो लेबर जो है आपका 6 हो जाएगा. मतलब हमेशा सेम रेशियो मेंटेन होगा. 1:2, 1:2, 1:2. रेशियो विल नॉट ऑलवेज बी 1:2. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम सेइंग, what I'm trying to say is that the ratio between land and labor, that's never going to change. I hope you get the picture now. Is that crystal clear, everyone? Come on, friends. Yes. So this is what is going to happen. See here. Land is 1, labor is 4. Then land is 2, labor is 8. So 1:4. So when land is 3, labor will be 12. This is returns to scale. It operates in the long run. Because in the long run, what do you have? Fixed factor, variable factor, or both? Come on, answer me this question, an MCQ question I am asking you. In the long run, what operates? What types of factors do you see? Option 1, only fixed factor. Option 2, only variable factor. Option 3, both fixed and variable factor. Come on, everyone, tell me. What kind of factor do you see in the long run? Very good. Only variable factors. This is why, it is possible to change both land and labor. Both land and labor. It is possible to change both land and labor. It is possible to change both land and labor. That is the magic here. Is that clear, everyone? Very, very good. Come on, everyone. Correct. So everything is variable. 1:4, 2:8, 3:12. So the ratio is always constant here. Everyone, the ratio is always constant here. That's correct, sir. So everyone you see here, what is happening here is law of variable proportion is operating in short run and law of returns to scale is operating in long run. These are the primary differences. Then in law of variable proportion, you have both fixed factor and variable factor. But in long run, you only have variable factor. Next is in law of variable proportion, factor ratio can be changed like 1 is to 2, 1 is to 3. But here factor ratio cannot be changed. Everyone note down this difference. Once noted down, let me know. Very good, everyone. We are not worried about what happens to MP or marginal product, not now. Not now. What we are talking about is here, short run, there are fixed factors as variable factors. In the long run, here you only have variable factors. This is only we are concerned with now. Okay, great. So, my question to you is, under which law can factor proportion not be changed? Not possible to change factor proportions. Law of variable proportion, law of returns to scale, law of diminishing marginal utility, or none of these. Where factor proportion cannot be changed, not be changed. Come on, everyone. Where factor proportion cannot be changed. Come on, everyone. Very good. Answer is law of returns to scale. In law of returns to scale, factor proportion cannot be changed. Factor proportion not be changed. Like if it is 1 is to 2, the ratio will always be 1 is to 2. Like you see above, the ratio is 1 is to 4, 1 is to 4, 1 is to 4. मतलब यहां पर जब लैंड इंक्रीज हो रहा है तो आपको लेबर भी इंक्रीज करना पड़ रहा है इस तरह से कि लैंड और लेबर का रेशियो सेम रह रहा है. लॉ ऑफ वेरिएबल प्रोपोर्शन में क्या होता था, लैंड एक ही है, लेबर दो, कभी तीन, कभी चार, कभी पांच, कभी छह, तो रेशियो 1:2, 1:3, 1:4, 1:5, 1:6 इस तरह से बदल रहा था. यहाँ रेशियो बदलने वाला नहीं है, 1:4 का रेशियो और वही बरकरार है. उम्मीद है बात समझ में आई होगी. राइट. नाउ फ्रेंड्स, there are three stages of law of returns to scale. How many stages are there in laws of returns to scale, everyone? Three stages are there in laws of returns to scale. Come on, everyone. How many stages are there? Three. Sir, in variable proportion also we had three stages, na? Yes. In law of returns to scale also there are three stages. In law of returns to scale also there are three stages. Just like law of variable proportion had three stages, law of returns to scale also has three stages. Is that clear, everyone? Very good. Very good. So yes, in law of returns to scale, you have three stages. What are the three stages? Law of increasing returns to scale, law of constant returns to scale, and then you have law of decreasing, sometimes called negative. Negative we use rarely. Decreasing or diminishing returns to scale is better used. So law of increasing returns, law of constant returns, and law of decreasing returns to scale. These are the three laws that operate in long run. Acha, before I talk about this law, I have a question, okay? All of us have studied Cobb-Douglas production function, right? How much did labor contribute? What was the ratio of labor towards the total contribution? How many of you remember? I am checking that. Also in law of returns to scale, scale means the production quantity, in what quantity you are producing. Very good. People remember it and very well remember it. Chanchal, Nikita, Devjyoti, correct. Om, correct. Pranav, correct. Gautam, Khushi, Vidisha, correct. Three-fourth. The answer is three-fourth. That's correct answer. Coming back to the topic. In law of returns to scale, everyone, there are three stages. Law of increasing returns to scale, law of constant returns to scale, and law of decreasing returns to scale. Hopefully you all get it. Correct, sir. Now, what is increasing returns to scale? Please elaborate, sir. Please explain it to us. Okay. Now, friends, suppose I have 1 unit of land, 2 units of labor. My output is 100 units. Okay. Let's double my input. So now I have 2 land, 4 labor. If my output gets more than doubled, that is called increasing returns to scale. So let's say my output becomes 250. So see, change in output is more than change in input. Yes or no, everyone? Yes or no, everyone? Such a situation is called increasing returns to scale, IRS. Such a law is called increasing returns to scale or IRS. Hopefully all of you get it. Very good. So friends, when the change in output is more than the change in input, we call it increasing returns to scale. We call it increasing returns to scale. Got it, friends? Very good. Now, friends, we talk about constant returns to scale. So suppose 1 unit of land, 2 units of labor produce 100 units of output. Produce 100 units of output. Produce 100 units of output. So 2 units of land and 4 units of labor. If they produce exactly, see it is doubled. So if output is exactly doubled, that is change in output is equals to percentage change in input, then my dear students, we call it constant returns to scale. अगर इनपुट डबल हुआ, आउटपुट भी डबल हुआ, तो उसे कांस्टेंट रिटर्न्स टू स्केल कहेंगे. पर मान लीजिए अगर इनपुट डबल हुआ और आउटपुट डबल से ज्यादा हो गया, सिंपल भाषा में अगर आउटपुट में बदलाव इनपुट से ज्यादा है तो उसे इंक्रीजिंग रिटर्न्स कहेंगे. अगर आउटपुट में बदलाव इनपुट जितना ही है तब फिर उसे कांस्टेंट रिटर्न्स टू स्केल का नाम हम लोग देंगे. उम्मीद है आप सबको मेरी बात समझ में आ गई. कम ऑन एवरीवन, इज दैट क्लियर एवरीवन? इज दैट क्लियर एवरीवन? Very good. Now, friends, we are studying decreasing returns to scale. What is decreasing returns to scale? Friends, suppose land has doubled, labor has doubled, but output has increased, but has less than doubled. Like, let's say 190, 150, 180 units. Therefore, we call it, decreasing returns to scale. So, if percentage change in input, if change in input, if percentage change in input is greater than percentage change in output, friends, that is when we call it decreasing returns to scale. Friends, that is when we call it decreasing returns to scale. Friends, that is when we call it decreasing returns to scale. I hope everything is clear so far. Come on, everyone. Hopefully, it's crystal clear, everyone. Very good. Here, input change is more than output change. Okay. So I have a question. Suppose land and labor are here. Here is output. My question is, land is 1, labor is 3, and output is 100. Suppose land becomes 3, labor becomes 9, and output becomes, let's say, 250. Which law or which of the stages of the returns to scale are you seeing here? Options are increasing returns, constant returns, decreasing returns, or none of these. What is your answer, friends? What do you say? Very good. It's decreasing returns, correct? Because see, input has tripled, but output has less than tripled. That is a case of decreasing returns to scale. Very good, very well said, everyone. Because see, land has tripled, but input has less than output has less than tripled. So therefore, decreasing returns to scale. My next question to you all is, initial output was 100 units. Input was tripled. Okay. Output became 320 units. What stage do you see here? Increasing, decreasing, constant, or all the stages do you see? What say everyone? Very good. Very good. See, so people are saying, see, input has tripled, sir, but output has more than tripled. So, sir, it is increasing returns to scale. Very, very good. Good answer. So, friends, this is the simple game. If change in output is more than change in input, increasing returns. If it is equal, then constant. If change in output is less than change in input, it is decreasing returns to scale. That is the only game that we got to understand. I hope all of you get it. So, friends, if we talk about, that law, Cobb-Douglas law, then we can make one change here. You all have noted this down. So, note one more thing down. In Cobb-Douglas production function, all of you knew one thing. Sir, what? All of you knew that K is equals to, or sorry, Q is equals to, just a moment, Q is equals to K into L to the power A, C to the power B, right? You all remembered this. You all remembered this. Now, one more style I will tell you, that suppose if A plus B, that is if A plus B, contribution of labor plus contribution of capital is more than 1, that is the value of fractions when added is more than 1, that is increasing returns to scale. If A plus B equals to 1, then it is constant return to scale. And if A plus B is less than 1, it is diminishing returns to scale. Another important thing you got to remember and note it down using Cobb-Douglas rule. Come on, everyone. Have you noted it down? Yes or no? Graph, abhi we are not worried about. Had the graph been there, I would have drawn it. Abhi you don't need to care about graphs. Forget about graphs. Just remember this first. Graphs abhi, it will come. Don't worry. Once copied, just write down done so that I can move forward. Very good. Sir, all have done it. Very good. Very, very good. Very, very good. Now, let's move forward. Friends, there is a concept of production optimization. You will remember consumer equilibrium. Just like this, production optimization is a concept. Much like consumer equilibrium. In consumer equilibrium, you were thinking from consumer's point of view. In production optimization, you think from manufacturer or producer's point of view. That is the only key difference here. That is the only key difference here. Very good. So now, here to arrive at producer's optimum point, we are not saying equilibrium. We are saying optimum point. So friends, in order to reach producer's optimal point, we have to have knowledge of two concepts. Number one is isoquant. Number two is isocost. Repeat after me, isoquant and isocost. For production optimization, we should have knowledge of two things. Isoquant, isocost. You will remember indifference curve in consumer equilibrium. Yes, sir, we do remember it certainly. But isoquant is the same for producers. I will discuss in detail, but isoquant is much like indifference curve. Similar shape and everything. And you will remember budget line in consumer equilibrium. Yes, for producers, it is isocost. You will remember the equilibrium was achieved in consumers when indifference curve and budget line used to intersect each other. Do you remember that? Yes, sir, we do remember that. Similarly, friends, the point at which isoquant and isocost intersect, the point at which isoquant and isocost intersect will give you the equilibrium point. Get it, everyone? Did you get it, everyone? Very, very good. Done. So isoquant is similar to, as I had already mentioned, indifference curve. Isocost is similar to budget line. That is the point, everyone. Okay. Now, friends, I will tell you the features of isoquant is the same features as indifference curve. Please note it down. Your मेहनत will become half. Your hard work will become half. आपका हार्ड वर्क आधा हो जाएगा. प्रोड्यूसर्स के लिए वही इंडिफरेंस कर्व कंज्यूमर्स के लिए था. जो आइसो कॉस्ट प्रोड्यूसर्स के लिए वही बजट लाइन कंज्यूमर्स के लिए था. करेक्ट. Now let's go, everyone. Let's go. Isoquant. Now let's talk about definition and everything. Let's talk about definition and everything. Okay. So what is isoquant, friends? What is isoquant, friends? What is isoquant, friends? See, friends, isoquant means a curve. What is isoquant? Sir, isoquant is a curve. It is just like the indifference curve, convex to the origin. But what is common here? All the points in isoquant reflects various input combination. Let's put capital here and labor here. Let's put capital here, labor here. This point means capital, we are applying more capital, less labor. This also means more capital, less labor. This means equal capital, equal labor. This means more labor, less capital. More labor, less capital. That's correct. But what is common to all these points? All these input combinations result in same quantity levels, that is same output level. तो आउटपुट लेवल सेम है यहाँ पर. जितना भी आप इनपुट कॉम्बिनेशन डिसाइड कर लीजिए, जितना भी आप इनपुट कॉम्बिनेशन डिसाइड कर लीजिए, आउटपुट लेवल इज नॉट चेंजिंग. Whatever is the input level, there is no change in output level. Whatever is the input level, there is no change in output level. Whatever is the input combination, there is no change in output level. Got it, everyone? So what are isoconts? Various combination of two inputs that give same output. Write it down, everyone. What is isocont? Various combination of two inputs. So sometimes you are applying more of machine, less of labor. Sometimes more of labor, less of machine. Whatever it is, all these combinations are giving the same quantity level. That is same output level. When you plot all these points together, the curve that you get is called isocont. First, have you understood this funda, everyone? Got it, everyone? Very good. So what is it? Various combination of two inputs that give the same output level. That give the same output level. So like you see here, in combination A, B, C, D, E, factor X can be land, factor Y can be labor. So 1 land and 12 labor, or 5 land and 2 labors. All are resulting in same number of output, same number of units produced. So suppose here 100 units of output is produced, so here also 100, here also 100, here also 100, here also 100. Output is same, only the input combination has changed. Output level is same, only the input combination has changed. Output level is same, only the input combination has changed. Everybody. Clear? Very good. Now, friends, there is a concept called marginal rate of technical substitution. There is a concept called marginal rate of technical substitution. Marginal rate of technical substitution means what, sir? Suppose we increase factor X by 1 unit. So labor has fallen down by 4 units. Yes or no? See, MRTS 4. There it was marginal rate of substitution. Here it is marginal rate of technical substitution. It means what? It means that if I have increased 1 unit of land, then to increase 1 unit of land, how many units of labor I have given away? That is 3. So that is the rate of technical substitution 3. Marginal means always for additional unit. That I have explained multiple times. Understood, not understood, everyone? Got it, everyone? Similarly, here you see it has changed. The land has increased and so output has reduced by 2 units. Here land has increased by 1 unit, output has gone down by 1 unit. So see, MRTS is constantly falling. It will remind you of indifference curve where MRS was also constantly falling. That's correct. No. Here we are assuming one of our friends is saying they are correct. They are saying that, sir, if we apply more labor and less land, then the cost will change. Yes, cost will change. But in isoquant, we are not worried about cost. We are thinking that we have enough money. What we are plotting here is different combination of two inputs that give the same output. Output same रहने से मतलब है, cost से यहाँ पे मतलब नहीं isoquant पे. इसीलिए मैंने क्या बोला, cost की बात हम लोग isocost में करेंगे. About cost we will talk in isocost. Isoquant is concerned not with cost, but rather with two input combinations resulting in same output level. But rather with two input combinations resulting in same output level. Rather with two input combinations resulting in same output level. Friends, did you understand it now? Two input levels, two input combinations resulting in same output level. Friends, did you understand this much? Yes or no, please? Come on, everybody. MRTS, yes. MRTS, my dear students, is the change in units, number of units sacrificed. So see here from 12 to 8. So 4 units of factor y I have sacrificed. That is MRTS, dear student. Similarly, to increase factor x by 1 unit, we have sacrificed factor y by 3 units. So dear student, this is MRTS number is by 3 here. I hope it's clear now. जितना भी आप सेक्रीफाइस कर रहे हैं वो एमआरटीएस है, जो भी आपकी सेक्रीफाइस है वो एमआरटीएस है, बस ये समझ लीजिए आप लोग. Yes. So it is negative sloped. Why it is negative slope? It is because to increase factor x, we will have to reduce factor y. So there is inverse relation. So if somebody asks you, why is isoquant negative slope? Answer them, because to increase one factor, we have to reduce other factor. To increase one factor, you have to increase quantity of one factor, we have to reduce the quantity of another factor. First of all, you note this one now. Why is it negative slope? To increase factor x, we reduce factor y. We decrease factor y. And that is why it is negatively sloped. Inverse relation की वजह से between factor x and factor y. Sir, next is what, sir? Next, it is convex to the origin. Why? Because see, the rate of sacrifice is not the same. The rate of sacrifice is constantly falling. Since the rate of sacrifice is constantly falling, since the rate of sacrifice is constantly falling, since the rate of sacrifice is constantly falling, therefore, friends, it is convex to the origin. Therefore, friends, it is convex to the origin. Therefore, friends, it is convex to the origin. Come on, is that clear, everyone? And remember, you will remember my question to you is, isoquant is similar to indifference curve, right? Now you will tell me, can two isoquants intersect each other? Hint, you think about indifference curve. Can two isoquants intersect each other? Very simple question. Can two isoquants intersect each other? Very good. Just like two indifference curves cannot intersect each other, two isoquants also can never intersect each other. I told you that it is much like consumer equilibrium. That is what we are speaking now. Very good. Very, very good. Achha. Remember, just like higher indifference curve led to higher satisfaction for the consumer, higher isoquant will mean more output. Higher isoquant means more output for the producer. Note it down, please. Higher isoquant means more output for the producer. Higher isoquant means more output for the producer. Higher isoquant means more output for the producer. Write it down, everyone. Higher isoquant means more output for the producer. Write down, everyone. Higher isoquant means more output for the producer. So if I draw another isoquant, this white is above pink. So this white isoquant will give more output than the pink one. That is what it is. Because it has more factor inputs than the pink one. Friends, if this is clear, then we talk about isocost. Very good. Now, friends, all of you will agree that a consumer has a budget for consumption. I repeat my statement. Consumers have a budget for consumption? Consumers have a budget for consumption, yes or no? Consumers have a budget for consumption, yes or no, everyone? Similarly, producers have a budget for production, yes or no, everyone? The line which showed consumers' budget for consumption was budget line. The line which shows producers' budget for production is the isocost line. You see, it is looking the same. This is your isocost line. Here, all the combinations have different inputs. All the combinations have different input but same cost. Different input but same cost. All this have different input, but total cost of production is the same. All this have different inputs, but total cost of production is the same. But total cost of production is the same. Total cost of production is the same. Different inputs, but same cost. Is it done? Is it understood, everyone? Yes or no, please? Understood, sir. Very, very good. Understood, sir. So now, what is isocost? Isocost is a various combination of, write down everyone along with me. Isocost represents various combination of two inputs that have same cost. Various combination of two inputs that have same cost. Various combinations of two inputs that have same cost. Understood, sir. Very good. Very, very good. Acha. What is production optimization? You all will ask me, sir, what is production optimization? प्रोडक्शन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन मतलब वो पॉइंट जहां पे खर्चा कम से कम लग रहा है और आउटपुट ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है विदाउट एनी सेक्रीफाइस इन क्वालिटी. सो प्रोडक्शन लेवल विच रिजल्ट्स इन लिस्ट कॉस्ट एंड मैक्सिमम आउटपुट is referred to as optimum level of production या optimized production. Understood, not understood? Yes. Friends, remember this trick. Isoquant is concerned with same output produced quantity wise. Isocost is same cost, that is monetarily, or in rupee we are speaking. And when is production optimized? When in least cost, maximum output is being produced. In consumer equilibrium, budget line was there. In producers, it is isocost line. In producers, it is isocost line. That is what I am saying. So now, friends, please try and understand where is the production optimized? At the point of tangency. Sir, can you draw the diagram for us once again? I'm sure I'll draw it for you. Pay attention, everyone. See, pay attention, everyone. Tangency is the key to optimization here also. So suppose I draw this graph. Some of you were asking about graph. Now see. Different budgets relate to different isocost lines. These are different budget levels. This is factor X, input X I mean. It can be labor. This is factor Y. It can be capital or land, anything as such. No problem. Now, Here I draw a curve. This curve is what? You will remember this. This curve is isoquant. So the production optimization takes place at this point. This units of factor, this units of y, this unit of y, and this unit of x. This is the optimum point where there is tangency. Point of tangency, everyone, point of tangency between isoquant, point of tangency between isoquant and isocost gives us the optimum point, optimum point. Everyone understood? Yes, sir, we understood. So production is optimized when isocost becomes equal to isocost, that is tangent. And consumer is in equilibrium when indifference curve meets the budget line. Again, the point of tangency. Friends, is it crystal clear so far? So let's discuss some MCQs now. Okay, understood. Yes, we can consider two or more isoquant, but production will be optimized only on one isoquant where it meets the isocost line. That is, isocost line is tangent to the isoquant curve. Friends, if you have understood this, then I have a question from our last discussion. You will answer me that question. Which of the following is not a characteristic of land? I am not asking is a characteristic. I am asking is not a characteristic of land. Which of the following is not a characteristic of land? Option 1, supply of land is supply is limited. Land is immobile, that is doesn't move. Land's usefulness depends on human efforts, or land is produced by our forefathers. Which do you think is not a characteristic of land? Yes, produced by our forefathers. Because obviously, land is a free gift of nature to us. Earth has gifted us land. Nobody has manufactured land. Obviously, it is wrong to say so. Sir, we understand that. Now, students, there are two types of economies. You all know this. One is called economies of scale. Another is called diseconomies of scale. Sir, what do you mean by economies of scale? Sir, what do you mean by economies of scale? So, economies of scale means advantage that arises because of large scale production. And what is diseconomies of scale? When we talk about diseconomies of scale, these are disadvantages. What are diseconomies of scale? These are basically disadvantages that arise because of small scale production. Diseconomies are disadvantages. Economies are advantages. Economies are advantages. Diseconomies are disadvantages. First of all, do you understand this much, everybody? Yes, sir, we understand. So economies are referring to advantages. Diseconomies are referring to disadvantages. Sir, can you give us an example? Obviously, I can give you an example. Pay attention, everybody. Okay. Suppose here we have Mr. Hirsch. Okay. Suppose here we have Mr. Hirsch. Okay. Now what happens with Mr. Hirsch is, everyone pay attention. Mr. Hirsch decides that he will open a chips factory. Okay. Now, the machine he has rented, the value of rent per year that has to be paid is rupees 10 lakhs. Okay. And packets of chips that this machine can make in a year is, let's say, 10 lakh packets. Now, Mr. Harsh has just started business. So he decides to manufacture on a small scale. So let's say he manufactures only 1 lakh units of chips. How many units? 1 lakh units. And what rent did he pay for the machine? Sir, rupees 10 lakh he had to pay for the machine. Sir, rupees 10 lakh he had to pay for the machine. So what I am telling you all is, if I ask you, what is the per unit cost? What is the per unit cost that Mr. Harsh had to pay? What is the per unit cost that Mr. Harsh had to pay? So what will you say? So total rent is 10 lakh and the quantity he is producing is 1 lakh. So what is the per unit cost? Can you all tell me? Come on, answer me. What is the per unit cost? What is the per unit cost? Yes, you people are correct. Sir, when we divide 10 lakh and 1 lakh, our per unit cost comes to rupees 10. Our per unit cost is coming to rupees 10. Right? Yes, sir, it's right. But suppose the same is with lace. Now, what do you think? What will lace do? Lace will produce 1 lakh or 10 lakh units. This machine can manufacture 10 lakh units. So obviously, lace will say, okay, since we have a good consumer base, even if we are paying 10 lakh rupees, okay, but we can manufacture 10 lakh packets. Now, friends, you will see what is the per unit cost of lace. 10 lakh by 10 lakh is equals to how much? Rupee 1. Did you understand the flavor here? Did you understand the magic going on here? Yes, sir, we certainly did understand. Yes, sir, we certainly did understand. I asked you, what did you understand? Sir, we understood that since lace was producing on a massive scale, so therefore per unit cost of lace went down from rupees 10 to rupees 1. So therefore per unit cost of lace went down from rupees 10 to rupees 1. This advantage that we are referring to is called economies of scale. And the disadvantages, maybe because of large scale or small scale production, is called diseconomies of scale. We will discuss about this more in cost also. But have you understood this much, everyone? Now, friends, I am making you write some notes. I hope all of you are ready. Yes, sir, we are ready. Let's go. We are back to law of variable proportions that we studied last day. Okay. So we are back to that. I am making you write something or I am asking you something. You will answer me. In law of variable proportion, what is the relation between TP and MP? You all tell me. What is the relation between TP and MP? what is the relation between TP and MP? So number one, you will remember this is point of inflection. This one, this red mark. So what happened at point of inflection? At point of inflection, MP became maximum. When TP was maximum, MP became zero. And when TP fell down, MP became negative. So this is what we are going to say. At point of inflection, TP changes from increasing at increasing rate to increasing at diminishing rate. At point of inflection, TP changes from increasing at increasing rate to increasing at diminishing rate. Everyone, at point of inflection, TP changes from increasing at increasing rate to increasing at what rate? Diminishing rate. And at this point of inflection, MP becomes maximum. Again, so we will write at point of inflection, MP became maximum. Next, when total product is maximum, marginal product is zero. When TP is maximum, MP is zero. When TP is maximum, MP is zero. Okay? Third thing. When TP falls, when total product falls, MP becomes what? Very good. When total product falls, yet when TP falls, MP becomes negative. That's correct. When TP falls, MP becomes negative. That is correct indeed. Have you noted this down? Very good. All of you remember this. Very, very good. Next. Next is relation between AP and MP. So friends, what is the relation between AP and MP? See, you all forgot the diagram. This is MP, which becomes later on negative, while AP, it becomes positive and meets MP and then it falls down. AP is never zero or negative. Write down in the chat, everyone. AP is never zero or negative. AP is never zero or negative. Write it down. AP is never zero or negative. Come on, write it down in the chat, please. AP is never zero or negative. AP is never zero or negative, everyone. Now, number one. See, all of you see till here, till this point, MP is greater than AP because MP is lying above AP. See, white line is lying above red line. And see, whenever MP is above AP, AP is happy and AP rises. You see till this point, AP rises. And when MP is equals to AP, AP achieves its maximum. We are discussing law of variable proportions relation only because that is what is important. And friends, what is the third thing? Third thing is when MP is less than AP, when MP is less than AP, AP falls. When MP is less than AP, then AP falls. When MP is less than AP, then what happens to AP? AP falls. Did you understand this, everyone? Okay, very good. So friends, any of you who wants to drink water, etc., I am giving you 5 minutes. I am here only. I am taking doubts. So you all may ask doubts, but 5 minutes I am giving you all. So come back fatafat. Then we will solve institute back questions as well. Start the doubts, everyone. Yes, AP is never zero because see, AP is what? Total product divided by labor. Arey Baba, for AP to be zero, total product has to be zero. How come production is zero if labor is employed? Similarly, for AP to be negative, production has to be negative. Is it logical to say production is negative? Can production be negative? Definitely not. So you get your answer, dear student. Aniket, that is not important. That is not relevant for you. Yes. In Cobb-Douglas, Bidisha, labor is three-fourth and capital is one-fourth. Correct answer. What is returns to a factor? Very good. Returns to a factor is nothing but law of variable proportion only. Returns to a factor is nothing but law of variable proportions only. We will start. We will start in 2 minutes. Okay, let's go now. Which of the following is considered प्रोडक्शन इन इकोनॉमिक्स? विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज कंसिडर्ड प्रोडक्शन? देखिए, प्रोडक्शन का मतलब है जब कुछ आउटपुट जनरेट हो. टिलिंग ऑफ सॉइल इज द आंसर. व्हाई सर? व्हाई? टिलिंग ऑफ सॉइल बेसिकली मींस प्लांटिंग द सीड्स so that crops can come out. Bas that's it. So therefore it is correct answer. Next question everybody, let's go. Next question everybody, let's go. ठीक है. The average product is at maximum when MP equal to AP. Law of increasing returns to scale relates to effect of changes in factor proportion. No, in increasing return to scale, factor proportions cannot change. In returns to scale, factor proportions cannot change. Everybody write down in the chat. In returns to scale, that is in long run, factor proportions can't change. Factor proportions can't change. Please write it down here. Very good. Economies of scale arises only because of indivisibilities of factor proportions. No. Internal economies of scale can accrue when industry expand beyond optimum. Now see, they are talking about expansion of industry, etc. We will talk it about here. Pay attention, everyone. Okay? Pay attention, everyone here. See, in cost, we will talk about it, but it is not true. Okay. So correct is this statement. In fact, I have made you write also. Check your notes. Have you written this down or not? AP is at its max when AP equals to MP. I have made it right. I have made you write this today itself, 2A. Yes or no, everyone? Come on. You see, I am showing it to you here. Check. When MP equals to AP, AP is maximum. Check. I have made you write just now. Yes or no, everyone? Correct, sir. Correct, sir. Which of the following is not a characteristic of land? This we have done. This we have done. Yes or no? Absolutely. Because land is given to us by earth. It's a gift of nature, free gift of nature. Nobody has produced land. Which of the following statement is true out of 4? A, B, C, D, everyone? Okay. Accumulation of capital depends solely on income. Savings can be influenced by government. Which of the following is true? Okay. External economies go with size and internal economies with location. Supply curve of labor is an upward supply curve, upward sloping curve. So we have to answer. Great, sir. So in 4, it will be B. Savings can be influenced by government policy. Can you all give me an example? I will explain this, but can you all give me an example? I will give an example, but can you? I'll give you an example. See, suppose your income is 100 rupees. If our government comes and say that, okay, we are going to tax you at 30%, then 30 rupees gone. What you are left with is 70 rupees. But suppose government comes and says that, no, no, tax we are charging only 20%. That is 20 rupees. So how much are you left with? 80 rupees. This is my point. This is what I'm trying to tell you. That 80 rupees are left with you. 80 rupees is left with you just because of simple policy of reducing taxes. So more the taxes, lesser the savings. Lesser the taxes, more the savings. This is just one of those government policies. Many are there. I hope you get the message now. Very good. Very good. People have answered this correctly. Next is number 5. In the production of wheat, all of the following are variable factors that are used by the farmer except, okay, which one is not a variable factor? Maybe a fixed factor we have been asked. Let's say where the seeds and fertilizers used except the seed and fertilizer used when crop is planted, the field that has been cleared of trees and in which crop is planted, the tractor used by the farmers in planting and cultivating not only wheat but also corn and barley, the number of hours that the farmer spends. Which one do you think? I have my answer ready. Yes. Here, land, the field is a fixed factor. Tractor, you can bring more than one. But field, now in the short run, you cannot increase. Right? So field is the answer. Understood, not understood, everyone? It is land. Land is the most fixed factor of all. Okay. Now the question is the formula of MP. The MP of a variable input is best described as total product divided by the number of units of variable input. This is average product. We have been asked marginal product. Everyone, we have been asked marginal product. This we have is average product. Okay. Right. Additional output resulting from 1 unit increase in input. Correct. Additional output from 1 unit increase in input. Correct answer. So this is MP. B is the answer. I have taught you all that if you have to find MP of 4 units, it will be TP of 4 minus TP of 3. So if you have to find MP of n unit, it will be TP of n minus TP of n minus 1 unit. That we all already know. Yes or no, everybody? Yes, 6B is the correct answer. Let's go to 7. What does diminishing marginal return imply? A good question. See, if returns output is reduced. Acha, this question is from cost. We have not done cost now, so skip it. Don't solve it now. Don't solve it. This is from cost. The short run, as economists use the phrase, is characterized by what? Answer me. At least one fixed factor and firms neither leaving or nor entering the industry. Correct? It is correct. At least one fixed factor is there. At least one fixed factor is there. It is correct. Right, everybody? At least one fixed factor is there. So there is nothing wrong here. Yes, sir, you gave the correct answer. Very good. No, not shorter than 1 year, because I told you that the accounts definition is not followed here. All factors are fixed and no variable. Wrong. All inputs less than 1 year. I told you there is nothing related to time. There is nothing related to time. Acha, and remember, since we have not done cost, for the time being, we will skip the questions on cost. Only after we complete cost that we will solve these questions. Okay. Next, the marginal, average and total product curves. Very good. We have done this. Encountered by a firm producing in the short run exhibit all the following relationship except C. When TP is rising, AP and MP, acha, the encountered by the firm producer short run exhibit all the relations. So some of the statements here are all true, only one is not true. So when TP is rising, yes, this is correct. When MP is negative, TP and AP are falling, that's correct. When AP is at max, ठीक है, MP equals AP, correct? Correct. And TP is rising, correct? Because it is stage 1. When MP is at max, AP equals to MP, wrong. Wrong. Because when AP is at max, then MP equals to AP. Yes or no? We have written it just now. Don't tell me you don't remember. So 9D is the answer. Because 9D is the wrong statement. Number 10. To economists, the main difference between short run and long run is what? In the short run, all inputs are fixed. No, some are fixed and some are variable. While in long run, all are variable. That is okay. But this doesn't seem to be the correct answer. In short run, firm varies all its inputs. No, wrong. In short run, at least one input is fixed. Very good. 10C is the answer. 10C is the answer. Correct answer. Right. Let's go to number 11. Which one of the following is the best definition of production function? Let's see what is the best definition. Relation between market price and quantity supplied. Market price and quantity supplied. No, it is to supply. Law of supply may be there. Relation between revenue and cost. No. Relation between quantities of input needed to produce output. Very good. Correct. Because it is the relation between input and output after all, friends. Yes or no? Sir, correct. Let's move on to the next one, yeah. The law of diminishing returns. Yes. Look at the word diminishing. So it is applied in the short run. In the long run, you have decreasing. And diminishing and decreasing are not the same, my dear friends. They are not the same. Yes or no, everybody? Because decreasing word is used in what time period? Decreasing word is used in long run time period. Correct? 13, let's see. Diminishing return occurs when unit of a variable input are added to a fixed input and TP falls. No. In diminishing returns, TP is rising but slowly. Remember this diagram, this and this. So see, this phase some part of it is diminishing returns. So is TP falling? No, TP is rising. When units of variable factor are added to fixed unit and MP falls, yes, MP achieves its maximum and falls. That's correct. There is no doubt there. So this seems to be the correct answer. 13B is the correct answer. Correct. Friends, now numericals we have got. I am giving you all 2 to 3 minutes and then I will solve it with you. 14 to 16, everybody solve. Take 2 to 3 minutes from me and then do it. Come on. So see, let's solve. See, 0 to nothing, it's correct. Nothing doing here. Okay. Now at 2, MP is 80. Now you all remember, we have to find TP at 2. How do you calculate? Everybody write it down with me. फॉर टू फाइंड टीपी, अगर आपको टीपी निकालना है ना किसी भी लेवल पर, तो उस लेवल तक का मार्जिनल्स को आप ऐड कर दीजिए ना. तो मतलब अगर सेकेंड लेवल का अपने को निकालना है, अपने मार्जिनल्स ऐड कर देंगे ना, यानी 100 और 80 जोड़ दीजिए, तो आपका 180 आ गया. 180 आ गया आपका. ठीक है. नाउ what is the marginal product of third? You all know marginal product of third means TP of 3 minus TP of 2. Yes or no? So TP of 3 is 240, 180, 60. So if we talk, if you see that from that perspective, 180, third unit, 60. What is the average product? Total product by L. So total product is everyone 240, 3 units of labor. So 80. Hopefully it's clear. AP equals to TP by L. So a very good practice we got. Right, very good. Next question. This is from cost. Let's not do it now. We will come to the cost questions once I have taught you cost, right? Okay, next 20. Next number 20, everyone. Next number 20, everyone. In the short run, when output of a firm increases, acha, its average fixed cost, okay, it is also, I thought output, so no. If a firm moves, isoquant, very good question. Number 22, you all tell me. If a firm moves from one point on a production isoquant to another, which of the following will not happen? Acha. Which of the following will not happen? If a firm moves from one production isoquant to another production isoquant. Come on, everybody, answer me. A, B, C, D. So see, let's discuss this. Let me solve it for you. A change in ratio in which inputs are combined to produce output. Yes, the ratios are going to change. Here, this is the ratio. Here, the ratio is changing. More input, more labor. A change in ratio of MPs, again, it will change because output is changing. If a firm moves from one point on a production, okay, so isoquant is not changing. Come on, good. See, you are on the same isoquant, so output level remains the same. So answer is a change in level of output will not happen. A change in level of output will not happen. A change in level of output will not happen. Did you understand this much? Yes or no, everybody? Correct. Yes, very good question. Number 43. Write out everyone. Number 43, answer me everyone. Number 43. Number 43, everyone. Come on, number 43. Which of the following is true? Yes. Services of doctor is a production, correct? Man can create matter, no. No. Services of a housewife are not considered production. You know why? Because in order to be called production, the output should be measured and should be valuable, measurable, I mean. The services of a housewife are there, but it cannot be measured, so not production. When a man creates a table, he creates matter. So we are concerned with definition of production, na? So that is definitely not falling under the definition. Did you understand it, friends? Yes or no? Right. Matter is basically, in physics, you had heard in the small classes, na, anything that has mass and that occupies space. So here we are not concerned with that. Right. Which of the following is a function of an entrepreneur? We have done this. You all have to answer this. Come on. Number 44. Yes. Initiating a business. Correct. Risk bearing. Yes. Innovating. Yes. So answer is all the above. Answer is all the above. Okay. In describing a given production technology, what is the definition of short run? I have taught you multiple times. Come on, friends. You cannot be wrong here. Come on. Answer me. So see, in describing a given production technology, short run is best described as lasting 6 months. No, 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 no. Up to 5 years. No, no time period. As long as all inputs are fixed. No, at least one input has to be fixed. As long as at least one input is fixed. That's the correct answer. Next, moving on. In decreasing returns to scale are present, then if input increase by 10%, in decreasing returns to scale, output will rise, but less than the rise in input. Yes or no? So yes, output will increase, but by less than 10%. But by less than 10%. That's right. Friends, did you mark it correctly? Number 47. Next is number 47, everyone. The production function is a relation between given combination of input and what? The highest resulting output. Yes. Production function is a relation between combination of inputs and the resulting output. Not another combination that yields the same output, the highest resulting output. That is correct. Because you will obviously want to optimize and produce the most. Number 48, think. You will need 2 minutes for it. Come on. Number 48, think and answer. See, if MP of labor is below the average, always draw the diagram. That is the problem. We don't draw the diagram and later on we think of learning it entirely. It's not the correct way, na? Diagram is the best key. See, this is marginal product. This is average product. Now what they're asking, let's see. If the marginal product is below average product, you see here, MP is below AP. It must be true that marginal product of labor is negative. Not necessary, because here it's not negative, but still it is below AP. Marginal product of labor is zero, not necessary. The AP of labor is falling. That is absolutely correct. See, whenever MP is less than AP is falling. So 48C is always correct. That's why I tell you all that diagram is the must. Diagram is a must. Now, did you understand the magic of diagrams? Yes or no, everyone? Those who understood the magic of diagrams, they have given correct answers like Swati, Akruti, Aniket, Sanjana. Very good. Chanchal, always draw the diagram and then answer. Next, 49. AP of a labor is maximized when MP equals to AP. This we have done so many number of times. The law of variable proportions is drawn under all the assumptions mentioned below, except the assumption that, okay, so let's talk about law of VP assumptions. Okay, are you all ready, everybody? I will teach you law of VP, law of variable proportion assumptions. Are we ready, everyone? You all will have to write it down. So friends, following are the assumptions of law of variable proportion. I was waiting for this question to come so that I can teach you the assumptions in the law of VP. Are you ready now? Okay. So following are the assumptions under the law of variable proportion. Number one, it is applicable in the short run. Number one, it is applicable in the short run. Number one, it is applicable in the short run. What is applicable in the short run? Law of variable proportion. Number two, yes, it is possible to change factor proportion. You see, two variable factor, one fixed factor, three variable factor, one fixed factor, four variable factor, one fixed factor. So yes, it is possible to change factor proportions. Next, the state of technology. Next is the state of technology. The state of technology remains constant. That is, while we are studying the law of variable proportion, there is no change in technology. While we are studying the law of variable proportion, there is no change in technology. First, note it down, everybody. So law of VP applies in the short run. It is possible to change factor proportion. State of technology is, yes, constant. Next, all inputs are homogeneous. All inputs are homogeneous means all the units of variable factor are same. So if I apply one labor or two labor or three labor, they are of equal efficiency. We will not assume that second labor is more efficient than the first or third is more efficient than the second. We will not assume that. So now let's come back to the, first of all, you will note down. Number one, short run. Number two, it is possible to change factor proportion. Number three, state of technology is constant. Next, all inputs are homogeneous. That is, all units of variable factor are same. Have you noted it down, everyone? If done, then let me know in the chat box, please. Very good. So let's see. Let's see what is going on here. The law of variable proportion is drawn under all the assumptions except C. We now know the answer. Technology is changing. No, we assume technology is constant. Technology is constant. So this is the wrong one. Yes or no, dear students? Come on. Yes. Heterogeneous means different. Yes. In this point, you can also write heterogeneous. Okay, forget it now. Let's not write it. Heterogeneous means different. Correct. What is a production function? Come on, everyone. Answer it. Very good. It is a relation between input and output. Simplest definition, perfect definition. Write down. Production function is a relation between inputs and outputs. Everybody in the chat, write it down. It's a relation between inputs and outputs. Okay, let's move on. Law of production does not include. So good question, everyone. It is returns to scale. Yes, it is included in law of variable proportion. Yes, it is there. Law of diminishing returns. Yes, we study it under law of production. Law of variable proportion we study. Least cost combination of factors we don't study. Least cost combination of factors we don't study under law of production. So it is the odd one out. 52D, that is. Next is 53 that we have done today only. So I think you all will answer correctly. Come on, answer me 53. An isoquant shows all alternative combination of two inputs that can be produced by using a given set of output. Oh my God. How can output be used to produce input? No. All the alternative combination of two products among which a producer is indifferent because they yield the same profit. Don't think so. Or we will see to it. Okay. All the alternative combination of two input that yield the same total product. That is it. C is correct. 53C is correct, friends. 53C is correct. Very good. Good to see that all of you are answering C only. 54, let's see. Economies of scales exist because as a firm increases its size in the long run. Again, see, I can answer this, but it is for cost. So let's study it under cost only. Why to worry about it here? Next one, please. Production function is relation between inputs and resulting output. Seems correct. Tells us the maximal attainable output using input. ठीक है? Expresses the technological relation between input and output. So friends, from my side, all is correct. So it is D. 55 is D. 55 is D. 56, I am not helping you. You tell me. You think, but you tell me. I will not help you. Fifty-six, everyone. The production process described below exhibits what? So see, workers are like this, and output is 23. Okay. Then output is increasing by 17. Okay. Then increasing by 10. Oh my God. I have the answer. How many of you got the answer? Come on, yeah. Very good. Diminishing MP. Correct. Because what we found out just now was marginal product and it is rather declining. So it is diminishing MP. What is wrong here? It's correct. Okay, interesting. Question 59. In short run, firm product curves show that TP begins to decrease when AP begins to decrease, but continues to increase at decreasing rate. When MP equals to AP, AP is decreasing but at its highest. When MP curve cuts the AP curve from below, the AP curve is equal to MP. Or next is in stage 2, TP increases at diminishing rate and reaches maximum at the end of the stage. So you all answer 59. 59 you all answer. I have my answer ready. Very good. Stage 2, TP increases. I'll show you the stage 2. Again, I'll show you the stage 2. Don't worry. Here. So this is stage 1. And see in stage 2, TP increases at a diminishing rate and reaches its maximum by the end of this stage. Yes, this is stage 2. Very good. So D is the correct answer. Anyone who has drawn the diagram will know the answer. Absolutely. Absolutely. A fixed input is defined as that input whose quantity can be quickly changed in the short run in response to the desire of the company to change its production. First one is this. A fixed input is defined as that input whose quantity, a fixed input is defined as that input whose quantity cannot be quickly changed in the short run in response to the desire of company to change its production. A fixed input is defined as the input whose quantity cannot be changed in the short run. Arey Baba, that is why it is fixed. Could it change in the short run? It would have been variable. 61. What is AP? Total product by labor. That is input. Let's see. Total product divided by number of units of variable input. Bus. Correct. 61C. No thinking here. 62, you all answer. I am not helping you. After the inflection point of the product, a greater use of variable input induces a reduction in marginal product. Correct? Because after point of inflection, MP falls. Correct? Before reaching the point of diminishing returns, the quantity of output can increase at increasing rate. Yes, both are correct. It means the answer is all of the above. I mean, nothing to question here. The first stage corresponds to a range in which AP is increasing as a result of utilizing. हाँ ठीक है. 62D is the correct answer because it is following all those laws. अच्छा. MP is the slope of TP because if you differentiate total product equation, you get marginal product equation. So remember, MP is nothing but the change in total product. MP is nothing but the change in total product. So MP is the slope of total product. MP reflects change in total product and hence MP is the slope of total product. I hope it's crystal clear, everybody. Now answer me this one, everyone. 64. Numerical. Numerical 64. Come on. I am not helping you. Now they are saying, suppose the first four units of a variable input generate total output of, so see, input is 1, 2, 3, 4, and output is 200, 350, 450, and 500. Now what is it asking? MP of third unit. So if we found out MP, for first unit it is not changing. Here it is 150. Here it is changing by 100. Right? So for third unit, you all know MP of 3 equals to TP of 3 minus TP of 2. So TP of 3 is 450. Total product at 2 units is 350. Correct? So it is 100 indeed. Question 66. Come on, everyone. Number 66, everyone. Very good. People are answering correct. It is the total product sequence, correct? So obviously this cannot be total product sequence. Here you see it is increasing by 60, it is increasing by 70, it is increasing by 80. No, it is increasing returns. No. Here it is increasing by 50, 50, 50. I don't think so. Here it's increasing by 40, then by 30, then by 20. So D seems to be the correct answer. So 66 D is the correct answer. That is what we go for. 67, try it out, everyone. Come on, everybody. You all answer me. 67, a good question. Diagram based question. Marginal product of third unit of labor. So see, third unit of labor. So first you go to third unit of labor.
Recording
is
in
the
progress.
answer. Do you understand this, everybody? In the third of the three stages of production, MP curve has a positive slope. MP curve lies completely below AP, correct? In the third stage, it is correct. TP increases, no. MP is positive. No, MP falls and becomes negative in the third stage. So I think so. B is the correct answer. So everyone, 68B would be the correct answer here. Yes or no, everybody? Come on. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, sir. So 68, it will be B. 68, it will be B. Next question that we will discuss is 73. 73, everyone solve it, please. 73, please solve it. Increasing the input by 50 leads to 25%. No. Increasing input by 1/4. 1/4 means 25%. Right? Leads to increase in output by 33%. Correct. Because output ज्यादा से बढ़ेगा. जब भी बदलाव होगा ज्यादा जोर से कौन बदलेगा? आउटपुट. So C is the answer. 73, C is the answer. Next is 74. The marginal cost for a firm of producing the ninth unit of output is 20. Okay. Marginal cost of producing ninth unit of output is 20. Average cost at the same level. Acha, question is related to cost. Don't solve it now. Very good. Most important function of an entrepreneur. 76. 76. Yes, the most important function of entrepreneur is to innovate, to find new solutions to old problems, to solve problems in a better way. So you got it correct, friends. Okay. One more question I have, that if marginal product of one unit, first unit is 20, marginal product of second unit is 30, marginal product of third unit is 10, fourth unit is 5, fifth unit is minus 4. What is the total product at 5 units? Come on, answer me this one. A good question asked. Come on, everyone, answer me. So yes, you all are guessing correct, but I am waiting for everyone. Now I am having few replies. Yes, the innovate means to bring new ideas, or not new ideas, but actually new approach to old problems. Like somebody, decided to set up wheels under a bag and it became a trolley bag. That is innovation. Yes. So friends, we understand about TP of any level is MP1, MP2, MP3 up till MPN. So TP at 5 is sum total of all these. So 2030 is 50, 5010 is 60, 60 plus 5 is 65, minus 4 is 61. So total product at 5 unit is 61. So 61 is the answer. Very good. Let's see. Ardindu, your answer is 60. No, it will be 61. Om correct. Swathi correct. Ruhani correct. Ankita correct. Saloni. Vikita correct. Aniket correct. Very, very good. So friends, 61 is the correct answer. And with this, we have also completed our chapter production plus institutes MCQs plus MCQs of class. Homework is to revise this because next day we will be starting cost, and production and cost are quite interrelated to one another. So if you understand production better, cost will be even clearer. So ठीक है. So see you all in our next class. Until then, keep practicing and read institutes material properly, between the lines, between the words. Goodbye, everyone. That's it for the day. Thank you. Yes.